Hi everyone! Welcome, welcome. Apologies for a little bit of a late start today. It's Mahjong Monday, baby! Let's hop in and play some Mahjong. And chat while we do so. We've got some quests. We want to win with Sumo and Ron. We want to just play a match. We want to finish in first or second. That should be easy. We also have the Seaside Cafe event, which we want to play a match and accumulate 3,000 points. That should be easy. Let's do these real quick. What is this? That's probably a honey thing. So let's do this. So we need coffee as well for this. There we go. We need coffee. What do we got here? Tramps. Try and do some shramps. Well, assuming we don't just get a bunch of fucking bread. We'll come back here once we've done the other missions. Let's hop in, do some Southern matches. Welcome, welcome. I do have an update on the static front, which is to say, we still are down some folks, but we are hopefully going to fill those spots soon because we are moving up to the current tier. We've decided it's too hard to find people for last tier, so we'll come back and finish up light heavyweight later. We're gonna find some folks and move on to M5. So it's not ideal, but I think it means we're gonna fill those spots pretty quick. M5, I've watched the videos for it now. I'm gonna do a little practice run with a filling for another static tonight. It looks fun. It looks really fun. I'm excited about cruiserweight. I'm a little upset that we didn't get to finish light heavyweight first, but we'll circle back. We'll do it again later. Right now, I'm excited about cruiserweight. I think it's gonna be fun. Dora is 6, so let's switch this. I like the pair 1-2 better than the pair 2. So I'm gonna get my toes wet tonight, and we'll see. Like that, 5-6. Yeah, you don't have to get it perfect, and it's nice because the static that I'd be filling for is also still pretty early on, so I don't feel as bad being a like fresh as a fill. So I gotta rewatch it. There's some. I watched like the general Hector video. There's some like specific strats that I need to look at. I don't know if I think there's a cheese that they might be doing for one of the things that I'm not familiar with, but and then there's like an easy strat for the spotlights thing that I haven't watched. I think it's another Hector video. Tend to be able to make it without both grooves. Nice. Yeah, I'm not super geared up. I still only have a couple of the OC pieces. I don't even know if they're part of BIS right now. Ditch that. But I'm excited. I think it's gonna be cool. Yeah, well, the price we pay for Pinfurici. Lower eye level than BIS, but it's better than the gear at the start of the tier. Okay. Yeah, I still have the crafted gear from the start of this tier, so. We're south. Dora is 5 peen. 489 24 1 pair 2 5 777 south east. We'll ditch east. So I only have, I think, only one piece of the fending OC set, but hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. South's on the board. We'll ditch south. But I'm excited. I really missed raiding. I reached out to the group the other day and I was like, hey, I miss raiding and I miss all of you. And that's when we like took a vote basically to move up the tier. It's 2 4s. The 8-9's not great. Taking off next week in lieu of Canada Day tomorrow. Well, I hope you have a nice break. That'll be good. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we fill this week, start next week, and then I can get back to you about how stuff is going. But our static leader just refreshed all the LFG posts and all that stuff. Yeah, that was one of those things where it's just like, not much you can do. I'm gonna ditch that because we have pair 7, 7, 8, 9. As much as the pair 2 could be useful. Hi, Hen! Welcome! Welcome, welcome. It's been a hot sec. Good to have you back. If I had the 4... I should have ditched the 8-9 instead of the 2-4. My loathing for sandwich pairs is overblown. Okay. That's fine. I don't need to draw any tiles. It'll be fine. But yeah, I'm excited. I really, really want to get back to it. Yeah, it's I know it in my brain, but in my soul, I'm just like, I don't like the sandwich. I don't like the sandwich. This 8-9 is valuable, and it's like, no, the 8-9 sucks. Don't pretend that it's real. It's like this 1-2 is bad. I should get rid of it. Yes, I should feel bad and sit in the timeout corner. Okay, I'm gonna sit in the timeout corner now. Goodbye. I'm back. I've thought about my ways. I've reflected. I've felt my shame. I will not do better in the future. This is kind of something, right? This is kind of something? If I get rid of the 9, I have Tanyao. But then I'm potentially footage editing myself, which is not good. I don't know about potentially. It'd be definitely footage editing myself. I think we just open. Try to get on Tenpai? Because there's 7 tiles left. I mean, I should have done this before. Well, doesn't matter. Did not matter. Oh, if I had ditched that 5, though, I would have dealt into it. Well, I guess they were open, so it wouldn't have been Ipeiko. Alright, we are east. Dora is 4, so we have pair 1, 3, 4, 2, 5, pair 6, 8, 2, 7, 9, pair west. Let's ditch... This 2 doesn't have any friends. 7, 9 isn't great, but I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm letting this expand downwards. This 2 doesn't have any friends. This can turn into something. This can turn into something. I'm going to let this turn into something. Oh, I have been playing through Eternal Threads, which was free on Epic ages ago. I just started it up with some friends, the Notebook Mystery crew, and that's been really fun. I mean, maybe do Toy Toy here. And that's been fun. We just started it, so we're not very far in, but that's like a time travel detective kind of situation. And it's like, it's just a little bit scary. Yeah, fuck it, we're going for Toy Toy. It's like it's just a little bit scary, like atmospherically. Like nothing has happened yet, aside from like a noise, and then it turns out it's like the toilet seat falling down because it's windy, and the bathroom window's open. Right, like it's not like a real danger kind of scary, but it's freaking me out enough that I'm like, oh man, I need to play more horror games on stream. I have one in the wings. I'm trying to work out a collab situation. I have a horror VN that I was given a key for. But I'm just thinking about Deathmark and how fun that was. That was really fun to play with Puff. So I gotta play more horror games on stream. Cause I'm a big ol' scaredy cat. I am a giant wuss. So I have a few that I need to play, but I don't know if they'd be good for stream. Like I have Aeronoctosis, which is like I think it would be okay with like an age warning, but it might be against TOS. And I don't want to like spoil it by looking into it, so I have to figure out like deputizing someone to find out if it would be against TOS. If that deal's in, then okay, cool, we're good. I was gonna say, if that deal's in, I deserve it. Or rather, they deserve it. But I have that one. I have some of the, like, We Were Here, which isn't, like, a horror game, but it's, like, creepy. I definitely want to play that with a friend on stream. That's puzzles, too, which I love. Just Toy Toy. But we take that reach bet, so not bad. We redeal. Dora is 2 Mon. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 9. 1 pair 3, 5, 1, 6, 7 east white. Let's ditch 1. I'm keeping this because Dora could fill in here, and we have the 4, 5. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 9 sucks. Everything else kind of has a friend. Kind of surprised not a double run. They're screaming one form on. I did not pick up on that, but that would have been crushing for Kami-cha here. Uh-oh. Some connectivity issues. I'd love to see it. But yeah, I gotta play more horror games on stream, because that is just a delight, I've heard. I'm terrified the whole time, but I've heard other people like it. Nah, it's fun. I really enjoyed playing Deathmark. But I want to set more of that stuff up, because I feel like that would be a fun, like, Saturday thing. Let's do, like, a scary Saturday. Play some scary games. Especially if I pick up with the static on Wednesday and Friday. Because currently those are my sort of free spaces, and I've been doing mostly Elden Ring, although recently I've had to take some of those days off for IRL stuff. Alright, you can ditch East now. So you are gonna call Pwn, just not on the first one, I guess. Six, 7, 8, I like. But yeah, I like horror games. I've been doing more of them. I played some Duskers. Maybe I'll play some of that on stream at some point. Not as like a long play thing. If they're close, waiting Sean Pwn on the last one is a pretty good trap. Alright, we're gonna ditch one more. So 7, 8, 9, that's fine. Two, 3 is good. Let's ditch you. Behind, so maybe they're hoping to cash in Ricci. Yeah, that's what I assumed when they didn't call the first one but called the second one. It's like, okay, maybe they're trying to keep their hand closed. But, like, also... looks like they were maybe also thinking about going for a, half flush. Alright, we are north. Dora is east. That's a little worrying. We got 3, 5, pair 1, pair 2, 6, 4, pair 5, 9, green, red. Got 2 Akka in our hand, which I like. But yeah, Duskers could be fun as, like, not like a long play, but just as, like, an episodic kind of thing. Because that's more roguelike-y. But that really... my first night playing Duskers really freaked me out. Yeah, we'll go Toy Toy. Ditch the green. I could hold on to it to cash in a green dragon, but I don't want to. This 9 is going to be easier to get a pair for. But Duskers really freaked me out. It didn't help that I was playing it at 1 a.m. But because that's you're like piloting drones through derelict spaceships, so you can only see the environment through the drones, and then when they get destroyed by some sort of entity, It's very scary, because they're your eyes and ears. I'm hoping I can get a friend for this 5, but... if not, I'll make do with just the one Akka. But yeah, I want to play more scary games on stream, because I think that's like the ideal environment. Like, playing through the Outer Wilds DLC on stream was really, really fun. Especially because I had Lily with me, I had my friend to help with the scary. But that was really good. I mean, that also helps that Outer Wilds is just a phenomenal game. But yeah, I definitely want to do more of that kind of stuff. I have to get through Elden Ring first. But I don't know, I can do multiple things. I can do more than one thing at a time. But Elden Ring's gonna take a while. Just because 1, it's a challenge run, and 2, if the static, you know, gets back up and running again, then we're down 2 days a week that I would stream that. Because it would just be relegated to Saturdays, basically. Or I could go super long on Fridays, I guess. I don't know. After raiding, I don't know if I'd have the stamina. Oh, and we get Sumo. Incredible. Thank you. But I've been having fun with Elden Ring. Where west store is 2p, and we got 4, 5, 7, 8. Pair 1, pair 5. 6, 8, south, west, green. It's south first, I think. I like the 3, 4, 5. But I've been having fun with Elden Ring. Now that I've actually beaten a Remembrance boss, I'm feeling a little more confident. And we got pretty close on Lion, so I can probably do that this week. Then we pump up the lightning bottle and go for Rolana. Like, I have a path. I have a plan. Which feels a lot better than throwing myself at Shadow Tree Avatar and hoping that I don't just continue to biff it. 6, 7, 8 I like. Stitch one of the ones, because I'm going to try and keep my hand closed here. So if I have to ditch the other one, like if I have to ditch this 1-2 set completely, I think the 5 and 8 have more potential. Elden Ring's not my genre of game, so I know nothing about it. Yes, it's definitely a lot. I've been really enjoying the challenge run, because I haven't actually played Elden Ring since... God. I mean, I played through the DLC the first time just normally with one of my save files, and I don't think I played Elden Ring after that. Because my plan was to do my Shields only challenge run from the base game, carry that into the DLC, and then the DLC changed the game on Shields. Preview to immediately discard 6 mod against the Richu when it was not safe in the slightest. Yeah, that's the kind of confidence that that playing Elden Ring gets you. It's definitely not that I wasn't paying attention. I did not have to call Reach here. I could have waited to improve, but... And it didn't work. That's not too bad. Alright, South 1. We are South. Dora is 1 peen. We have 3, 5, 7, 8. Pair 2, 3, 5, 9, 5, 999. This 9 sucks. Everything else kind of rules in this hand. This kind of is a very good hand. Like, starting off with Akka. Other 5. I don't really want another 5. Like, I don't know what I'd discard for it. Everything else is good. There's 3, 4, 5. I like that. We have the pair 2 I want to keep. I think this 3, 4, 5 is my least valuable. Because it's that or this 3, 5, which has an Akka. Ah, yeah! 3, 4, 5 Sanchoku. You're right. Maybe I'll just draw the Akka right now and I won't be punished. No. I probably should have kept that, discarded the 3 Mon, since I've already fucked myself over on the 3, 4, 5 Sanchoku. That would have been smart. I like the South. Ditch the 3 Mon, since I fucked myself on that. Look at that. We're gonna ditch the... We're gonna ditch the 7, 8. Because we can call that, so that's 2, 3, 4. Because it's already out there, we might be more likely to discard it. Ditch this. 6 there. Another 3? I don't want another 3. Toss East. What do you have over here? You could have Pocket Red. You could have Seat Wind. 7. Yeah, I think this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is better than 3, 5, unfortunately. It's a stronger weight. This 5 is maybe okay. We're good. Ah, flush. Okay. Yeah, that was the other option. We're still holding second. Stay on South 1. Red is Dora. We have 2, 7, 9, pair 2, 6, 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. East, West, White. Let's ditch East first, then West, then this 1. Oh, the 5 peen's definitely not safe. It was a very risky move that I definitely evaluated all the risks of before I did it. But yeah, I think part of the reason why I'm really enjoying Elden Ring right now is because I am not excited about Elden Ring Night Rain in the slightest. Yeah, break 6-7 so to defend against the flesh. Yes. Agreed, that would have been a smarter move. But yeah, because I'm not interested in Night Rain really at all. Everyone's playing Night Rain and I'm like, hold on, what if I go back to the source material? And it turns out that game is very good and fun to play. So I'm enjoying that. It's just nice. Yeah. Fuck it, we're going pseudo Toy Toy on this. AKA Toy Toy unless I get an easy wait on just White Dragon. Rather, I have White Dragon guaranteed, and I don't need Toy Toy. I'd like to get Toy Toy, though. That's a little worrying. Even though this 5 is not good for Toy Toy, I don't want to just deal that in, because that could be dangerous. We call Pwn. No 2 is safe. We call Pwn. Yeah, and then we wait on this. There we go. Easy. We are east. Door is 5 so. We have 1 9 2 3 4 5 pair 6 9 1 6 7 8 9. Let's ditch the 1 so. This 1 9 is annoying. This 9 peen is kind of extraneous. Yeah. Because now we got 2 3 4 5 6 7. This 1 9 sucks. I guess we could have gone save the 9, ditched these, because then 7 8 9 could have pair 6. Something like that. There's another 6. So we can have 5 6 7 pair 6. It all works out. Just the 9. I guess depending on what we draw, we could get Tanya here. If we ditch the 9, 6 7 8, something for the 3, the 3 4. Jeez. Don't need it. If we pick up a 5 or a 7 or something, we can ditch the 3 and we'll have 10 pi. But yeah, I have been really enjoying streaming lately, which is really nice. I enjoyed streaming raids and stuff, but like getting a bit of a break from it has been nice. It makes me more excited to jump back into it. As opposed to I don't feel burnt out or anything, which I was a little worried about it. Going into streaming raiding, I would feel a little burnt out. I think that's better. There's absolutely no guarantee that that was saved. Oh, holy shit. I know that this is safe. It's not as good of a wait, but I know that that's safe. I don't want to deal in here. So we're just waiting on the 6-9 cell. Oof. We have one Akka, potential for Aura. Oof, is that it? Oh. That's it. But yeah, it's been exciting to think about. I really want to jump back into raid stuff. And I'm excited to meet more players. Alright, we are north. Dora is 4P. We have 571. Yes, I'll open for that. 1 pair 2 7 5 8 9 north white triple south. Let's ditch the 9. I don't want the 1 either. North's on the table, we'll ditch that. I like this pair 5. Another Akka in the hand. But yeah, I want to do more just like collab stuff in general with my friends, because my friends are cool and I like them. It's almost like friends are people who you enjoy hanging out with or something wild. But yeah, it was really fun to hang out on Puff's charity stream on Saturday and do little voices for Deltarune, which I have no context for. I know everything I know about Undertale through cultural osmosis. I did not ever get around to playing it, and now everyone's very excited about Deltarune, and I'm like, I'm here for it. I'll do a silly voice for this character. I know nothing about what's going on. Just the 8, got 4-5. Yeah, I want to do more collab stuff. I want to do more, like, streaming in general, because it definitely, like, this is not the case, because I have been streaming, but it feels like I've been streaming less. I mean, aside from the days that I've taken off streaming for IRL stuff, like, it feels... Maybe it's because I'm doing less different stuff, but it feels like I've been streaming less. Like, I wanna have an energy that I want to bring to it. Maybe it's also because Elden Ring is mostly bashing my head into a wall. Missed the Undertale train as well. All your friends in university were all really good at it. Yeah, I definitely... I wanted to play Undertale, but then it was like everybody was playing Undertale, and so I was like... Oh, maybe just to see if I'll like it, I'll, like, watch somebody play it. And then I was like, okay, I feel like I kind of get it, and then I never really did. And then I was on Tumblr, so I saw everybody talking about, like, the story and stuff. That's safe, at least. Well, not if it doesn't matter at all. Cool, Hanemon. Alright, we are north. Dora is 2 mon. We have 9. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 6, 7, 9. South. We'll ditch south first. Never mind. Ditch 9 mon first. I think we could get a straight here. We just need 1 3 keen. But it's like, it seems like a cool game. I kind of miss the zeitgeist. Like, I don't know, I didn't really miss it. I just didn't play it during the Zeitgeist. Like, it's in my Steam inventory, I've just never opened it. I'm sure I'd like it, but also, like, a lot of the stuff that I think would be most impactful I already know about, right? Like, there are a lot of big reveals, like Spoiler Redacted and Spoiler Redacted, that I just never... Like, I learned about them elsewhere, so it's not going to be, like, impactful when it's like, oh, you're actually... whatever. You know? It's also kind of weird, because, like, as far as I understand it, Undertale was, like, a weird AU of Deltarune. Like, Deltarune existed first in Toby Fox's mind. So in a way, like, Deltarune is the original, and Undertale is the like repurposed characters version, which is really interesting, but quite strange. I don't know. I get like a feeling like, oh, I should go play Undertale every time I hear any song from it, because whenever I hear songs like music from Undertale, like I physically get goosebumps. Like, it's really good music. If we go for a flush, hey? 7, 8, 9. Got 6, 7. We got a 4, 5, 6. We got a pair 2. There we go. So, like, I'm tempted. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, we do the 3, 6, 9. Fuck! At least it's only 2 Han. Repeat south 3. We're north. Dora is 8 bean. We have pair 6, triple 7, 8. 5 bean, 7, 8, 9. East, green, red. Ditch east first. I don't know, it also feels like... When did Undertale come out? Because it was like a while ago, hey? Because it was like a joke that they gave the Pope like a copy of Undertale. My only real idea for Toby Foxes is the Twitter thread of someone accusing them of stealing Zun's music style, and the response is them making a fake Toho character about apples or something actually copying the style. I have no context for that. I know Toby Fox has been in the music scene for a while. He made music for Homestuck, which I also have no context for. Because I did not read Homestuck. I think we ditched the 5 bean. As much as I want the Akka, we have a Dora here. This could be Ipeco, maybe pair 3. I guess I could ditch one of the 7s, but I'd rather keep the triple open. But yeah, because Toby Fox has been on the scene for a while. Because Megalovania was originally for Homestuck, I think. We could maybe Sanshoku 6, 7, 8. Pick up a 6 here, a 6 here. We could wait on the 5, 8 Mon. apparently there's a part in Deltarune where you have access to like a piano and you can play stuff, and if you play the opening notes to Megalovania, you get hit by a car. Because everyone's like, Megalovania is the thing that blew up that Toby Fox did, and he's kind of sick of it, which I think is funny. If you're making your own game, you can hit the player with a car. That's allowed. I wonder if this is the disconnected player who has the opportunity to call this tile. Yeah, because I haven't been disconnected long enough for the AI to take over. Or rather, the auto discard to take over. Another clip of him interviewed in Japanese, and in the middle of an answer in an acceptable Japanese accent, he says Megalovania in a very American accent. That's great. One of the things that I don't think I'll ever be able to get over is the fact that in Japanese, it is, because of like the number of loanwords from English, a lot of words are just the English word but said in a Japanese accent, which is so baffling to me. Because some of it is like, this is the kind of shit that like a racist middle schooler would say. But no, it's just called basketball. That's just what it's called because it's a loanword. Yeah, English did the same with French, I suppose. I should open just to get on Tenpai. Yeah, we call Chi. We pray that this doesn't deal in. Good. That's safe. There we go. Get some points back. Not enough, but we get some points back. Yeah, because isn't like the biggest example of the, because French was also like a class thing. English and French in like medieval England and Middle English was a class thing, right? French was like the fancy language. There are native versions of the words, but often those terms are tinged with Imperial Japan. Okay. Glitch south first. 4 peen is Dora. We have 2, 3, 4, 8, 3, 7, 9, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, green. There's a 9. Ditch the 2 here. This 3 has Dora acceptance. This 8 doesn't have any friends. The 7, 9 is okay, I guess. Yeah, that makes me think of l'Académie Française is a big like language purity thing, right? And that like the average French person, I'm fairly certain. Oh my god, please don't call it. That like the average French citizen does not give two shits about l'Académie Française, but it's a whole thing about like it's very explicitly, we don't want to dilute our language with, you know, foreignisms. I'm gonna have Yupeiko here. Yo, what's up, Sophie? Welcome, welcome. God, I could have had a pair 9. Yeah, L'Académie Française is even funnier when you think about the fact that there are more French speakers around the world than there are in France. Fuck. Well, we didn't end up in last, I don't think. So I'll take it. The real sticklers about French purity look no further than Quebec. See, that's funny because I'm pretty sure all the French speakers in France look at Quebecois and go, that's not French. But yeah, the most blatant hell yes. Force Fem Nation, rise up. Here, let's do this real quick and then we'll hop into another match. More honey. Okay. A couple more honey. Awesome. Actually, we don't even. But I can do this one. There we go. Get a bunch of those. But yeah, I always think of food, right? Pig versus pork, cow versus beef. Because the names for the animals were typically in English, but the names for the foods would come from the French. Do this. Coffee, honey, coffee. There we go. Oh, that's a coffee one I don't have yet. Got these. Coconut mocha. Oh my goodness, it's even higher up on the chain. There we go. Sandwich. Need more bread and shrimp. Come on. Bread. Fina. Shrimp. Okay, these can't be combined, so sell those. Quebecois French does things like, yeah, le weekend is not acceptable. Everyone must say la fin de semaine. French person in the room says ajout d'aujourd'hui. Ajout d'aujourd'hui. I don't know. My knowledge of French, I will say, is limited to entirely random academic facts, like the pork beef thing. Or the French lessons I took when I was like 10. And did not continue with. Flame, look at it. Oh, beautiful. What items we got? I want to open these. We got painting. We got Heart of the Ocean. Let's donate these to get a new purple bag. And maybe I'll get one of the ones I want. Gorgeous dress. That's an extra, but I can give that to a character who will like stress, so that's fine. Basically forgotten all my grade school French. Yeah, same. Alright, let's hop in. No, let's take a break. We're just about to hit the pre-roll. I'm going to remember to do this time. Let's take a quick 5 minutes. I'm going to go grab a snack because I forgot to have breakfast this morning. Grab a drink, stretch, think about the complexities of the French language. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm going to run a quick pre-roll, or a quick ad to keep pre-rolls off. And I'll be back in but a moment. Hello, I am back. Apologies for the delay. Let's hop into another match. I said let's hop into another match. There we go. I had some salted egg yolk flavored Lay's from Thailand. It took me a second to find the English on the package. Add up 331. We are south, door is 9, so we got 359, 1 pair 5, 2 4 6, pair 9, nice pair Dora, white, red. Which that I'm on. Yeah, I am lucky to have now 2 great Asian supermarkets in my area. One of them is much more, like, Chinese focused with a surrounding smaller selection of other, like, Asian foods. And then the other one is Lao and Thai focused. So I am blessed to have so much choice. These are from the Lao and Thai supermarket. And I'm always down to try a new flavor of potato chip. Although when I was doing my Shields Only challenge, there were a couple streams where I did like a hot chip challenge kind of thing. But it was like, spin a wheel and I have to eat this random flavor potato chip, and some of them are like super spicy and some of them are fine and that kind of thing. And I actually ended up really, really liking the numb and spicy hot pot flavor. So I just buy those now. I got those as like a punishment for the punishment wheel, and now it's like I just like them. I'm not a spicy food person, but they go hard. I think it's because they have the Sichuan pepper numbing. Oh no! Oh, that's rough. I'm a big Sichuan pepper fan. When I got my my Mappa tofu skills up, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pile this on top so I can have spicy Mappa tofu. But then, like, God, I need to make that again. It was so good. It was a decent amount of work, but it was really good. God, I need to get cooking again. I did a bunch of cooking because when our fruits were about to go bad, I made like an orange sauce, Cantonese orange sauce that was really, really good. Yeah, of course, that wasn't even remotely safe. I don't know why I saw 2 discarded and I was like, oh, this should be fine. Like somebody hadn't immediately called reach. Great start. But I did a Cantonese orange sauce. I did a peach crumble. That was really good. Just finished that the other day. I have a bunch of apples I need to stew down. I left those because I was out of energy, and I figured the apples were hardier, but like those are gonna go off soon, so I gotta stew those down into like a oatmeal topping or something like that. Right, just so I can put those on oatmeal or cereal. Those will be good. What else do I have to figure out? I should make more, I did like a frittata thing. Or like baked like a half sheet pan of eggs and vegetables and cheese and stuff. And then pre-portioned them and stuck them in the freezer. I should do those. Because those were really good. But I have to go buy fresh vegetables for that, because I don't have anything that I would... I guess I have cabbage, but... I want to go steam some gailan again. Chop that up, toss that in there. Because that's ideal. Because I don't like the texture of broccoli. Like the florets. It really bugs me. And when I was a kid, I ate one that had a little worm in it, so I put me off them forever. But gailan is just broccoli without the florets, which is awesome. It's got the same stem texture, but it's got like spinach leaves on it instead, or I guess more like collards. I've seen it in my local supermarket. It's usually labeled as Chinese broccoli. I think gailan is the Cantonese. I believe the Mandarin is jielan. Jielan. I don't know the tones. I need to get better at that. Yeah, the ones I've seen that haven't come with florets. It's just been the little leaves. But I'm just going purely off the labeling at my local Chinese supermarket, so... Alright, well, I didn't deal in here, so that's something. Budding but unopened. I don't know, I'll take a closer look next time. Chinese kale's a common name for it. Okay. Let's just the 9 here. 7 mana start with 2/3, pair 1, 3, pair 7, 9, pair 2, 3, 4, green. I thought it was funny. I posted it on Xiaohongshu when I first cooked with it. I was like, oh, I love it because I did it with oyster sauce and stuff for around Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. And I posted some pictures on Xiaohongshu and I called it gailan, and everyone was like, you cooked it and it still has a Cantonese accent. Are you sure you cooked it enough? And I was like, oh, pardon me, Jielan. Yeah, with oyster sauce is very common. That was one of the things, because I was going to do lettuce, but the quality of lettuce in the States has not been great. Fuck, do we go? Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Why not? It's toy time, baby. Oyster sauce rules. I love oyster sauce. Crush up a little fresh garlic. Cook it all together. Now it's gonna make everything I have Dora, right? Ah, no! My one so. I mean, it would have already been dead by the time I discarded it, but... heard a story that this might be apocryphal. I'm not vouching for the chain of custody on this story, but that specifically because in Buddhism, like being vegetarian is quite common, right? Because of believing in the interconnectedness of all life and that kind of stuff. But I heard a story, like an old tale, as to why oyster sauce is permissible among Chinese Buddhists. And the idea is that the oyster was the first creature to attain enlightenment. You know, it's a very simple creature. And it attained enlightenment, and so its spirit has, like, ascended to a higher level of being. So it's just its body. So you're not harming another creature. Because, like, its soul is gone. Its soul has reached nirvana. The oyster's body is the only thing that's left, so it's fine to use it to make oyster sauce. Which I can't vouch if that's true or not, but it's a great story. But I love oyster sauce. It kicks ass. And obviously there's, like, mushroom-based oyster-style sauces for folks who do believe that oysters are animals that you should not turn into food. But it's my favorite way to eat vegetables now. With how hot it's been recently, I haven't been cooking as much. Aww. Okay, at least I didn't grant any Dora there. I'm not doing great. But it's truly my... Buddhists everywhere historically have excuses to continue to eat their favorite things. That's great. But, like, I haven't been cooking as much because it's been so hot. I think it's supposed to be, like, a little less crazy this week, so if I can get my hands on some fresh vegetables, I'm definitely gonna cook some up. Have them as a little side. But I fucking love veggies with oyster sauce. Rabbits were considered poultry in Japan for similar reasons. They could eat poultry but wanted to continue eating rabbit. That's great. I'm not eating the sushi. My gullet is merely transporting the sushi from my mouth to my stomach. Incredible. Oh, what was it I'm thinking? There was something got declared a fish. For purposes in Catholicism. There was an animal that was declared to be a fish so that you could eat it on Fridays. I don't remember which animal it was, though. But I love seeing that, especially, like, I think you see it a lot in kashrut. Not necessarily, like, excuses to continue to eat things, but, like, rulings on unconventional stuff. Where you see stuff like, okay, is, like, an alligator a fish? Or what? And I think with an alligator it wouldn't matter because it's predatory, and predatory animals are generally considered unkosher. But I think they might make an exception for fish, because there are fish that eat other fish, but they're not considered, they're still kosher, right? Like, you can eat tuna. So, I don't know. Right, or like a kangaroo. Like, the, one of the stories I know is, about whether there is a kosher way to, slaughter a giraffe. And where on the neck you have to cut it. Because you're supposed to, you know, this is with kashrut and also with halal slaughter and stuff. You have to kill the animal as quickly and painlessly as possible. So, where you're supposed to cut it at a specific part of the neck to ensure that it dies swiftly, painlessly, and you can, like, drain the blood, because that's considered impure and that kind of stuff. And so, like, with a giraffe, it's like, okay, where on the neck do you cut it? Because, like, its nerves are so long. How do you make sure that it dies painlessly? And so, like, there's been debates over, and, like, this is all mostly thought experiments. Very few people are considering slaughtering a giraffe. But the idea of, like, how would you slaughter a giraffe in, like, considering it's with kashrut? Because I believe it would be considered kosher if you can indeed slaughter it humanely, because it's an ungulate, it has cloven hooves, it chews its cud, like that kind of stuff. But I love those things of like how you classify animals for food and what how you make it permissible. That's one of my favorite things to deep dive into. Or the thing where like I think catfish are technically not kosher because they aren't considered to have scales. But like they do have scales, but it's like scaly skin, right? It's really really interesting. And then with like halal food laws, I know there's a lot of different opinions on like organ meats or like tripe, right? Some people consider tripe to be uh, not halal. Some people say it's not halal or haram. It's like somewhere in the middle where it's like not encouraged, but it's not disallowed, right? Like that kind of thing is so interesting to me. That's dangerous. But I'm playing by my rules now. I'm looking up the the animal that was declared a fish for Lent purposes or whatever. Uh, it looks like meat is not to be eaten on Fridays during the period of Lent. French fur trappers and colonists in North America. So it was like capybaras. I'm gonna deal in right here. Oh, I lucked out. Beavers, muskrats, capybaras, puffins, alligators. That kind of stuff. That's really interesting to me. It's not encouraged, but if you're poor, you can eat it without having to repent for that. That is true in some things, right? Like I know in Judaism there's the idea of, and this is used for a lot of stuff. It's not just for food, but pikuach nefesh to save a life. Like you can break rules if it saves someone's life, right? So if you would starve if you didn't eat something that was not kosher, you can eat the thing that's not kosher to keep yourself alive. That kind of thing, right? And the way that that's interpreted obviously varies, and I'm not Jewish, so I don't want to step into that, right? Bees are fished for legal purposes in at least one U.S. state, so they can be afforded protection under wildlife and hunting laws. Interesting. That's interesting, because that's definitely like I've heard of things similar to that, where like to protect the species, they need to classify it strangely. Let me take a look at this. California, okay. California endangered species. It does sound like a California thing to do. Uh, yeah, that's neat. That's really neat. That's one of my favorite things. Send in a quick message. Okay. Yeah, I love like little legal, not necessarily loopholes. I mean, in the case of the California thing, it's definitely a loophole, but like ways that the minutia and edge cases are interpreted and stuff is always really interesting to me. All right, we are east. Door is 4 so. We got 3 4 5 9 1 2 6 7 3 7. East white green. Let's ditch the 9 here. But yeah, I love weird edge cases and minutia and stuff. That was one of my favorite things when I was in school for computer science, was debugging and finding edge cases and that kind of stuff. There's a reason why I had the best commented code in my class. Not necessarily the best code overall, but the best commented code. The most well-commented code. I love an edge case. I hope we can cash in on these easts. That would be nice. This 1-2 is not great, but 2-3 is good. Probably ditch the 1-2 next. Yeah, because I can't guarantee the east yet. Now we can have pair 7, 2-3. Yeah, I need to like find a good avenue to delve back into coding, because I really liked coding. But now most of my knowledge... What the fuck? Now most of my knowledge is outdated, because I learned... My school taught Java as the language, which I guess is like good introductory, because it's pretty... like object-oriented, but like nobody fucking uses Java anymore. I've tried getting into Python, but it's like it feels strange to me. Suggestion for delving back into coding: if you'd like to learn JSON, Elixir, and a custom scripting language, yes. I also know a little HTML, but not, you know, very my first website levels of HTML. Interested in working on a Mahjong related project? Hmm? Java's usually backend, yeah. Let me just open that in a new tab for later. What should I ditch? We'll ditch the 9 here. Where did it go? I opened it in a new tab and it immediately vanished. Ditch the 8-9. Oh, because it's technically a page in OBS, so it's behind my Mahjong client. I'll find it later. Yes, I will definitely, I'll take a look at that. Open source Mahjong client. Ooh. The other thing that's been kind of annoying, like looking at getting back into coding recently, is so much of it has become inundated with like LLM assistance. And it's like I don't want fucking ChatGPT to suggest how I format or code this thing. Like, please, I just don't. Get that shit out of here. And I know a lot of IDEs have that kind of shit, like Python IDEs, a lot of them have it. So I'll have to find a good IDE that doesn't do that. So Elixir, I'm not familiar with. Is that like based in another language or similar to another language? I know there's a lot of stuff that's running on Rust and Ruby these days, like newer stuff. Let me mute your fucking emotes. I've not used LLMs for my contribution, but the main developer appears to be somewhat of a vibe coder. Elixir was chosen because it doesn't crash an entire server if one bit crashes. There we go. Okay. We are north. Dora is 7. So we have 2, pair 4, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, east, pair west, pair green. I like the pair west, pair green. Regional data science project in Python, but that's not like coding. Okay. Yeah, I like a lot of structure in my coding, which probably is due to the fact that I'm a Java baby. Like I'm used to my little boilerplate. Or it's the autism. One of the two. That wasn't even remotely safe. It ditched the 2. Well, I actually didn't know that the 2 was safe at the time. It ditched the 2 peen. We'll ditch the 2 peen. Go for Toy Toy here. Or Chi Toy. Yeah, I'll have to look up Elixir. I'm not familiar with it in the slightest. It seems interesting. Different languages are different tools, so I gotta choose the appropriate tool for the task. Yeah, that's the other thing, is I get invested in one thing. It's like 8 or 9 were the weights. So I would have been safe with any of my discards there, but better safe than sorry. We are fucking still north. North is white. We have 6, 9, 2, 3, 8, 2, pair 9, east, south, pair west, north. Bitch east. South next, because they're in first. But yeah, I genuinely get like a dopamine rush commenting my code, or commenting any code, frankly. I love organizing and putting things in their little places, so writing like instruction blocks next to code makes me very happy. Although I do think if I inherited somebody else's comments on code, it might drive me insane. The Wests are safe. But yeah, I'll definitely check out that project, because that sounds really interesting. Cool. I'm sure I must have mentioned the project to you before months ago. It's possible, and I forgot to follow up on it. That sucks. Supports so many different Mahjong variants, including American Mahjong. I was trying to explain American Mahjong to one of my roommates the other day. I was like, yeah, so you have to buy the rules, And already it was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Started a functional programming language, so is functional programming language like more like Python as opposed to like an object oriented like Java? Because Python seems cool. I'll admit, the thing that bugs me most about Python, because like Python's pretty solid. I don't mind coding in Python from what little I've done. The thing that bugs me the most is the formatting. I don't like the standard formatting for variables and stuff. It just bothers me. Python's interpreted, but it compiles to C, so it's object oriented at the end of the day. Okay. I don't like snake case. I hate snake case. I like camel case, I hate snake case. And it bothers me when stuff is in snake case. Again, a very dumb objection to have. But it bothers me. Get ourselves set up for Tanya Pingfu. Hopefully get some tasty aura. Yeah, so what makes something like a functional programming language? I assume it's based in functions. Stuff like Lisp and Haskell, where the basic building block is a function. So you get lots of functions, we take other functions as inputs to do complex things. Okay, that sounds neat. That's definitely something I'd be interested in learning about. I've heard of Lisp. In a pure functional programming language, loops are not allowed. Would you just call the function itself? Have a recursive function? It's a functional if you can get it to do what you want. Otherwise, it's non-functional. That puts us in 4010, but it does get us on Tenpai. That's dangerous discard. A lot of modern language imported some higher order functions from functional programming in the last decade or so. Because I remember one of the things when I was learning Java was learning how to create a recursive function, even though you have loops. Like learning the idea of how recursive functions work. Oh hey, we can get out of 4010. Don't deal in. Don't deal in. Don't deal in. Don't deal in. Fuck. So it's not going well. Here's south. Torres 5 mon. We have pair 1, pair 3, 5. 1, pair 2, 8. 6, 9, north, red. We have 4 pairs already. Maybe we should have... Oh no, that would have been a chi call on that too. That's fine. Ditch the 6. I'm gonna go for Toy Toy here for no reason. Doesn't matter if you're Furitin for Noten Bapu. Yeah. No, you're correct. I guess I was hoping I'd be able to call it before we hit Exhaustive Draw, but that was a foolish hope. It's Dora, so I want it. Let's ditch the red. I also, like, I didn't pick up on... Hi, Sophie. Thanks for coming and hanging out. See you in a little bit, maybe. Were there visible signs that the 8-mon would have been safer than the 4-mon discard? Because I was not picking up on them if there were. And I should keep an eye out for that. No, but central tiles are generally more dangerous. Yeah, that's true. I didn't have that in mind. Thank you for the heads up. More Dora? No! I don't have that one. I haven't seen the last one Mon, so we could get a con there. We could always get a con on one of these. There we go. Well, not on this. We could get a con on the 3s. Now that we've called it. This looks like just Tanya. Tanya Dora 2. Or 2+. Oh, 3-mon is the Dora indicator. You're so right. I always forget because it doesn't highlight the Dora indicators. And that's the newest one. From Toy Toy Dora 2. I would have preferred more, but that's just how the aura crumbles. We are east. Dora is 3-peen. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 7, pair 9, 6, 7, south, north, red. Let's stitch south first. Because they are in first. And I don't want them to get double Dora. Pair north could be worth something. Let's stitch the 8. Pick up a 2 could be nice. Well, the north's probably a good discard because we have pair 9. I don't really need the norths. They're not worth much. Like, they're not worth anything to me. If I could have drawn a 3rd, it might have been more worthwhile, but... With 2 of them on the board, they're not much value. 4, 6. It's a better sandwich pair than the 1, 3. I should ditch the dragon soon. Well, really don't want to deal in a dragon now. But we'll get lucky. We got 3-4. Ditch east. Oh, there's the window. I found it. I'll minimize it for now. It took me a second to locate it, but I found it for that coding project. I've already ditched the 8, and it's safe into the reach, so... God, we're almost at the end. I should have opened for that. We called pawn. We ditch a 6. Damn it. Alright, we're north. Dora is 4 peen. We have 3, 5, 6, 1, 6, 1, 4, 7, 7, pair south, green. I like the pair south. I would like more valuable tiles, but starting with the pair south is a good stepping stone. Ooh, I like Akka 5. With Dora acceptance on the 4. Reach the 1, we got 2-4 here now. This 3 is kind of extraneous. 5, 6, 7 I'll take. Probably ditch the green sooner rather than later. Ditch it now. Don't want the 8. I guess I could have ditched the 9 in favor of the 8 in case I turn this into 2 melts. That might have been smarter. Red. Another 5. That could be pair. Oh, fuck. But I can't do that. Because of the 8. It's pretty 10. Foolish of me. I guess if I pick up a 4-peen. But otherwise I should ditch the other 5. Never punished? Hog? I've been blessed? I mean, it's only 2 Han, but... decent weight. That's gotta be a Roan that somebody's waiting on. Too long to be an injected pause. They can't call pawn on it. Yeah. Well, we repeat the deal. At least they're taking points from the person directly above me. Yeah, it's not gonna make up my deficit. Okay, we are north. Dora is 7 Mon. We have 33358, 1699, southwest north green. We'll ditch west, because I want them to suffer. South next, because they're in first. This 9 sucks, this 9 sucks. Everything else kind of works. Not a particularly valuable hand, unfortunately. Well, kill south, I guess. Which north? The 1-so also sucks. Okay, that 3 works for me. Ditch the 9-peen. Kill Red Dragon. I'd like at the very least to be able to, like, maybe pull it to 3rd. So I don't lose quite as much rank. God, I've been doing well. I promise I've been doing well in East matches when I'm not streaming. That 6 is good. Let's ditch 1. So... I think I can maybe get Peen Fu if I get like a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and wait on the 5, 6. Boy, I would love to draw. I would love to draw a tile. There we go, 6, 7, 8. And it's Dora. If we can pick up a 4 Mon. Or even another 6 Mon, maybe. We'd be in business. Yeah, that's good, because we can have 5, 6 here, ditch the 3. That gives us 2 double-sided weights. Fuck! Keep discarding them! I need those! We're so close, we're 1 away. almost out of tiles. Should maybe consider opening my hand. Let's do it. Oh fuck, no, I can't do that, because then it'll fuck me over on the other one, won't it? Since both the 3 and the 6 could be involved, if I do that, it won't let me discard the other, right? If I had called that, I would have had to discard something else, which would have fucked my whole hand. Okay. This is not Pinfu, but I shouldn't have called Reach. I shouldn't have called Reach. Putting up the bet is a foolish choice. Because it's not even Pinfu here. The odds of us winning, we're just gonna hit exhaustive draw. I shouldn't have called Reach. I should have just sat on Tenpai. Cheating with the 5-6 would have allowed me to discard the 3-mon? Okay. What are the rules on that? Because I feel like sometimes it blocks me from making a discard and sometimes it doesn't. And I run into it so rarely that, like, it doesn't really stick in my brain. Okay. We're north, the Dora is 2-mon. We have 2, pair 4, 8, 1, quad 1, 7, east to white green. I will call Khan. Ditch west, sure. If it's the other side of the sequence. But then if I called the 4, 5, 6, wouldn't 3 be the other side of the sequence? I'm not sure I understand. Is there a name for the rules so that I can look it up specifically? Because I might have to, like, look at this to actually grok it. Kuikai. Okay. Swap calling. When a player calls another player's discard, the following discard cannot just be another copy of the just called pile. When a player calls Chi, the following discard cannot be a tile that would complete the just called Chi. If, after calling every possible discard would violate the above rules, the call is not allowed. Kuikai Nashi is the more common rule used today. Okay, there's a bunch of examples on the wiki page for it, so I'll read through that. You can't Chi Adora and discard the same tile or the other side of the called sequence. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do reading on that, because I knowing that rule is important. Okay. 2-mon, 4-peen, 9-peen are currently Dora. But we also have 3 Ura. If I can keep my hand closed. So someone discards Akka 5, you can't break your 6, 7, 8 to call it and discard the 8. Okay. So because I had 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, I couldn't call the 4 and discard the 7, but I could call the 4 and discard the 3 because it's on the same side of the made sequence. Let's wait on this, because now I've laid a Suji trap. Okay, I think I get it. I'm gonna read through those examples and solidify my mental image of the rule. Oh, fuck off! At least they didn't get any aura from that. Man, I felt cool about that call. Ugh. They also put a Suji trap, is the thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna do my cafe stuff, and then I think I'm gonna call it for today. But thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. This is fun. I missed Mahjong. Here, let me real quick delay the ad so it doesn't start right at the end of the stream. Oh, I can't. I literally can't hit snooze. Oh well. They also Suji trapped me. How rude. Okay. Oh, I don't have any more. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out. Let's see. Can we rate? Oh no, the ad break has started. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna be done for today. Bye, everyone.